It's definitely that time of year when I need to get the chimney cleaned so we could start having some fires down in the wood stove. Couple nights we've had dinner over at Em's parents, and they have a wood stove right in the living room. It's just such a comfortable atmosphere. Makes me really realize it's time to get the stove going.
This chimney was already here when we purchased this property. All we had to do was get a wood stove to go with it. I would prefer to have an internal chimney because it's much more efficient and the draft is better. But the fact that this one is outside the house does make the annual fall cleaning easier. That said, the steps to cleaning the chimney would be the same no matter where it was located. The first step is opening the cleanout at the base of the chimney. If your chimney is inside the house, this can be a bit messy. Next, take the brush off its rope, unless you had the foresight to put it away that way last year, which I never do. Then, take the spark arrestor off the top of the chimney. If you don't have one, you should consider getting this part for safety reasons. Next, lower one end of your rope down to the ground where your chimney brush is waiting. Make sure you have enough rope that it doesn't all go down the chimney. Alternatively, tie the end on the roof to a stick and put it across the top of the chimney so it doesn't slip down as you're getting off the roof. Go back to the ground and tie the rope to the brush. Then, back up on the roof and pull it through. This is easier and faster if you have a helper on the ground, as there's less up and down time on the ladder. In my case, this is another way in which an interior chimney would be better. Since mine is on the outside, I need to stand very close to the edge of the roof during this process. I used to work for a modular home construction company, so I'm pretty comfortable on a roof. However, it took me a long time to get that way. Be careful. In my case, the most dangerous part is that I'm putting so much force on the rope. It would be very easy to overbalance. Also, no matter whether your chimney is at the edge of the roof or in the middle of the house, be careful where your rope goes. Stepping on a rope that's laying on the roof is a good way to fall. It can roll beneath your feet or wrap around your toes or ankles. Pay attention and move slowly. If you're not comfortable, hire a professional. That's much cheaper than a stay in the hospital, if you're lucky. Or a chimney fire, if you decided not to do this every year. Once the vertical portion of the chimney is clean, there's one more step, at least in my case. Due to the fact that I had to have my stove location and installation inspected for insurance purposes, and that meant it had to be at least 36 inches from any wall, I have a lot of horizontal stovepipe. We'll set aside the fact that this 36-inch clearance is not necessary in my home due to the fact that my stove is surrounded by cement walls. It is what it is, and it was easier to just comply and get the inspection than argue the point with an insurance company employee over the phone. Either way, this horizontal span is a good place for creosote to build up, and it certainly does. In fact, there's probably more in this 6 or so feet of pipe than there is in the entire chimney when I clean it each fall. After I've finished the cleaning and buttoned everything up, the final step is to clean all the ashes out of the stove itself. This isn't strictly necessary, but for my part, I find it satisfying to start the wood burning season with a clean slate, or fire brick in this case.